Hello, everyone. It's me, Jeremy Senpai, and I'm coming to you with yet another anime review. And given the fact that it's still Pride Month, I decided to go ahead and give the review of the anime Citrus. And yes, I know what a lot of people are thinking. There is some red flags here and there when it comes to Citrus, and I can definitely see that, but I personally think that there is also a lot more about this anime that's worth praising as well. But also, I can't go into this enough. Spoilers alert if you haven't actually seen the anime or read the manga, but here we go. Okay, the anime Citrus follows newfound stepsisters Mei and Yuzu. Basically, Yuzu's mom married Mei's father, and now they're both living together. Yuzu's much more of a free spirit, while Mei is more stern and a bit of a straight edge. However, as the two begin to get closer to each other, both emotionally, granted a big part of it is on Mei's part, Yuzu eventually starts to develop feelings for her new stepsister. And yeah, the anime does follow a few good arcs in the show, in the manga. But personally, I'm kind of surprised that we never got a follow-up, that we never got a season 2. Because I personally feel that if we got season 2, then that would have wrapped up everything perfectly. And I know that a lot of people kind of give this anime a bit of crap when it comes to the relationship between Yuzu and Mei, especially since Mei does come across as a bit more dominant, a bit manipulative, and a bit more what's the word? A bit more basically I'm saying is that a lot of people believe that Yuzu and Mei's relationship is a bit toxic, at the very least on Mei's side. But you know what? I'm gonna defend this a little bit. I have read a little bit more into the manga, and I just want to tell you that given everything that Mei has been through, it's a bit unsurprising that she would see love or even gestures of love in such a way. If nothing else, Yuzu really is the one that brings out the best in Mei. And there are definitely times where Mei doesn't know how to properly express herself. Sometimes she comes across as a bit teasing, other times it's very genuine, and sometimes it's very hard to distinguish one from the other. On the one in 1 second, she's crying in Yuzu's arms. The next second, she basically says how it was all a joke and how Yuzu falls for it too easily. Personally, I do believe that this is more Mei trying to discover feelings for herself because keep in mind, they're both only 15 to 16-year-old girls, and even as adults, we never fully understand our own emotions. And oh, I feel like I should explain this. The reason why the manga and anime is called Citrus is because both Yuzu and Mei's names are references to citrus fruits. Yeah, that's kind of one of the commonalities, the fact that both of them are named after Japanese citrus fruits. It, I mean, it's a little poetic, it's a little sweet, but at the same time, yeah. Anyway, and say what you will about Yuzu, but she really is the heroine of this story because, yeah, she's a bit naive, she can be a bit emotionally dependent, but you know what? That girl is fearless. She really, really is. I, I mean, she is definitely fearless when it comes to protecting Mei, protecting her mom, or even her friends. I mean, okay, here's a little bit where I go into a spoiler, where I go into a little bit of spoiler territory, but May outright walks. Apparently, May is engaged to one of her teachers, but this isn't widely known to the school, and the teacher is only engaged to her because it was kind of arranged by both of their families. And even when he's on the job, he kind of does force himself on Mei just a bit. And Yuzu, being the protective sister that she sees herself as, she outright tells everybody at a school assembly what the teacher is up to. And yeah, granted, this does get her in a bit of trouble, but eventually, now the teacher is fired and she is welcome back at school. And another is where May's father is about to leave on a trip, and May wants to see him, but at the same time, she can't get herself to. And Yuzu just puts May on the back of a bicycle, and she is pedaling all the way to a train stop. Like I said, this girl is fearless, especially when it comes to protecting the people she cares about. And Yuzu just might be my favorite character. I know a lot of people put her and Mei together as one, and that makes sense since they are a couple. But still, I'm just saying that Yuzu is definitely my favorite character because she may come across as a bit like that. She may have the stereotype pretty girl that a lot of people may roll their eyes at, but she definitely cares about the people of her life, and especially about May, whether it's as a sister, a stepsister, or as a potential love interest, is kind of up for debate. But like I said, Yuzu is fearless, and you just can't help but love her for it because she's a bit naive, she's a bit genuine, and but either way, it all comes from a good place. So, final thoughts. I definitely wish that there was more to Citrus. I feel like that if we got a season 2, it would have wrapped up everything perfectly because I've read a little bit ahead and there's more storylines to cover, especially as Yuzu may get closer emotionally. So like I said, it's a good taste, but just like with so many other anime I talk about here on the channel, I feel like that it was also done a bit dirty. So, Citrus, yeah, it's a good guilty pleasure. It's a good guilty pleasure watch or read or wherever your preference is. It's not perfect by any means, but it is one of the front runners when it comes to LGBT representation in anime. So definitely give it a watch if you have a chance. But until then, this is Jeremy Senpai signing off. Feel free to hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time.